every Sword and Shield set ever released. But at the same time, we're gonna be in the search for the biggest chase cards from every set.
Diving into the official Pokemon card library, there is a binder for every English Pokemon card set ever released, continuing all the way over here. Now this is Scarlet and Violet era, and then we have a binder for every single promo generation, every prize pack, every trick or trade, every McDonald's set. Everything right here is in the official Pokemon card library. Base set is right up here, obviously going in order all the way down to the first set that we need, which is Sword and Shield base set. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, and I will show you the top 3 chase cards from this set. And you know, honestly, I think number 1 is going to surprise you just a little bit. Now we do have the entire Sword and Shield era complete, so I'll actually be able to show you every single chase card. Number 3 is on this page right now. If you want to take a quick guess or pause the screen, it is none other than Full Art Marnie is the 3rd top chase card from this set. Then the number 2 spot, now it could be one of those right back there, Quick Ball, could be on this page right here. However, it is still on this page. If you want to make a guess, it is none other than Snorlax. Snorlax VMAX is the 2nd top chase card of the set, and honestly, you can see why. Now I'm telling you, the number 1 chase card from the Sword and Shield set, it is going to shock you because it is not on this page. It's not on this page. It's not on this page. It's actually not even on this page. It's all the way back here. This one right here, Full Art Snorlax VMAX, is the top chase from this set. And then my Cincino is in a deck, so that's why that's missing.
We're gonna be opening up 2 packs from every single set, starting off with Sword and Shield, obviously. Now you know the top 3 big chase cards that we are searching for. And before I open this up, let me say, what is up, my breaking family? Send in some positive vibes in your direction. Now we can officially dive into today's Pokemon card opening. I do have the list over here with me as well if I need to refer to it. So if you see me looking off to my side, that's because I have a cheat sheet, so to speak, of the top 3 biggest cards from the set. So we got to remember 4 and not 3 and not nothing, because you know, this is Sword and Shield era, so there is a card trick on this one. So we got Shelter, Grookey, Snow. This is almost like a blast from the past as well. 2020 was when this set was released. Energy, put in the filing cabinet. We got Sudowoodo, Raboot, Eldegoss, and a Sableye V as our first pull. I mean, if this is how we're starting off, I can only imagine where we're about to go from here. Let's go ahead and sleeve it up. Right there in the VIP section, the very important Pokemon card section, which means we can officially add the VIP ropes with the all-you-can-eat bagel bites. It's right there, all-you-can-eat bagel bites. That's always served in the VIP section. Sausage, pepperoni, combination cheese. That's it, that's all. Grab yourself a paper plate, your VIP as well. It feels like Sword and Shield base set came out a couple years ago. 2025 years ago. I remember playing in the pre-release for the Sword and Shield set, and then after this, it was going to be a while before any of us played in another Sword and Shield pre-release, or pre-release period, I guess I should say. We got Hoot Hoot, fly away, bird, fly away. Vulpix, going into Energy. Now, we all know the base set of something is never really a huge set. It's just kind of an introduction of like kind of what is to come of the next block of the Pokemon TCG. And we have Snorlax for the rare, not the Snorlax we're looking for, though.
Going into the 2nd set ever released in the Sword and Shield era, none other than Rebel Clash. Now, inside of this set, we saw cards like Rillaboom, Milotic, we got Dragapult V right there, some full art trainers, of course, more rainbow rares, and then more golds than the previous set. And we saw the introduction of shiny gold Pokemon, which is the shiny Frostmoth right here and the shiny Galarian Berserker. Now, the number 3 spot is actually going to a gold card, and if I was to guess, I would have said it probably would have been the Frostmoth, but however, It is actually the Tool Scraper, is the number 3 chase card in the set. Now, as we move on to the number 2 spot and the number 1 spot are actually kind of similar. There is a Rainbow Rare, and it is none other than Boss's Orders as the second biggest chase card of the set. And I think you've probably been able to figure it out by now. If the number 2 spot is Boss's Orders, the number 1 spot is also Boss's Orders. However, this time it is full art Boss's Orders, and I think this one right here will definitely be collectible and playable for a very long time. So if you don't have a Boss's Orders, I would highly suggest picking one up for your deck or to fill out your binder, whatever.
Now, when Rebel Clash got released, there was no pre-releases. This was the beginning of 2020. Now, it was a set that introduced the gold shiny Pokemon, which honestly, I always thought was really, really awesome. I didn't necessarily agree with all the choices for the shinies, but I thought it was a neat concept, but it never really seemed to take off. They didn't gain a whole lot of popularity, which was always very confusing to me because something like Hidden Fates, Paldean Fates, Shiny Fates was always really, really popular. And you think gold shinies would be even more popular, but they really weren't. And we have Greedent for the rare Rebel Clash once again. Big one we're looking for is that Boss's Orders. Now, Boss's Orders is still playable. Like, you can play it in the current format. And if you're going to play a Boss's Orders, this is the one you want to play. Giovanni, still very underrated. So I'm surprised there isn't more, I guess I should say, hype around Boss's Orders. Not that there needs to be any hype by any means. But I don't know, I'm just always find it interesting, maybe because it's a playable card, but it's also Giovanni. I don't know, Energy, Fly Away Bird. I just find that kind of thing surprising. We got Pelipper, Electrode, and a Barbicle for the rare. We're leaving that in. We're not editing that out. Sounded like a cat throwing up in the middle of the night. Then you go to see what the sound is, and then, you know, put the slippers on, and then you step in it. Listen, we had cats growing up. I don't have cats now. I'm a dog person. But I know how that situation goes.
Going into my least favorite set of the entire Sword and Shield era, it is none other than Darkness Ablaze. I'm just going to be honest with you. It is definitely my least favorite set. And honestly, I would even go as far to say it might be one of my least favorite sets in the entire Pokemon TCG. Now, the third top chase card from this set is actually going to a fan favorite, and by fan favorite, I mean a region that is a fan favorite. It is the Rainbow Rare Butterfree VMAX, the Kanto region. The second biggest chase card from the set. You would think it would be one of the shinies. However, weirdly enough, it's not a Rillaboom. It's not a Colossal either. It is none other than a Salamence VMAX Rainbow Rare, second biggest chase card of the set. So then you're probably asking yourself, what is the number 1 chase card from Darkness Ablaze? Well, in order to answer that question, we have to go back a little bit further in the binder. All the way over here to the ultra rare Charizard VMAX. Technically not a full art, but honestly, you probably could call it a full art if you wanted.
Darkness Ablaze, usually the second or third set of a block from the past couple generations, is a Charizard themed set, and Darkness Ablaze was no different. However, I feel like this was the worst. Honestly, I would say the worst. The worst set of the Sword and Shield era. Champion's Path was the second worst. Darkness Ablaze, in my opinion, the worst set of the Sword and Shield era. There just wasn't a whole lot, unless you were a Charizard fan, there wasn't a whole lot that was exciting about it. And the thing is that they actually pulled the Rainbow Rare Charizard VMAX from the set and put it in Champion's Path. Normally we would have seen it in the set with, you know, its counterpart, but this time around we did not. I think they needed some big hits for the Champion's Path set, so that's why they ended up pulling that. I don't know. I don't have any insider information. I am just purely speculating, but that would be my guess. And we're going to be opening up Champion's Path here next. We got Teddy Ursa, Build-A-Bear situation. And, you know, it'd be rude to tell a bird just sit there and not spread its wings and fly away, bird, fly away. Torchic, Trapinch, Energy put in the filing cabinet is making a sound. Again, I have an appointment. I have an appointment for somebody to come over and look at the filing cabinet. So that should be fixed soon. We got some Smoke, Heat Energy, Relicanth, and a Mimikyu. Love Mimikyu. However, it's not the Charizard VMAX. It's not the big chase of the set.
Now, the next set is kind of known for its nickname. It is Champion's Path, aka Machampion's Path. If you did not open up this set back in the day, you would pull nothing but Machamps. And there he is. And I think I will go on record. I mean, it's a fun set. However, it is definitely one of the worst from the entire Sword and Shield era. It is not that big. And then right here, this is kind of like all the ultra rare stuff that you can pull. The third biggest chase card is a fan favorite, and that is none other than Gardevoir VMAX Rainbow Rare. The second biggest card from the set is not Dreadnought. It is the Rainbow Rare Charizard VMAX. This was actually kind of a hard one to pull. And then the top chase card of Champion's Path is not suspicious at all. It is the Charizard V, and I have a really neat story for this one because I actually had to trade for it. And I traded at regionals, and right behind that card, I keep a little picture of the other trainer that I traded with. He's holding all the cards that I traded away. I'm holding the card that I got. And then even right behind that, I have a little trade slip. October 7th, 2023, Peoria Regionals. Trainer Logan. I traded 15 ultra rares for that one Champion's Path Charizard V. That was wild.
I still find Machampion's Path very funny. I think it is hilarious, that name. Honestly, one of the best names, or nicknames, for a Pokemon TCG set that we have ever had. I mean, Charizard, biggest card, 2 Charizards, the both biggest cards from the set. I've pulled the Charizard VMAX from the set. I'd never pulled the Charizard V, the Shiny Charizard V. Had to trade for it, obviously, as I told you. Energy, put in the filing cabinet. I do see we have something over here. My guess is going to be an Alcremie. It's going to be a Rainbow Rare Alcremie. I think it always is. Victini, a hat, Malamar, and a Dreadnought, full art Dreadnought. That was my second guess. It's always Dreadnought or Alcremie Rainbow Rare. Dreadnought V, another pull going into the VIP section. That's where the Pokemon, the very important Pokemon cards hang out, right up here. Whoop. So we got a Sableye and a Dreadnought V dancing to some Spice Girls up there in the VIP section. All right, let's see if we can go 2 for 2 on Machampion's Path, but honestly, it would be a disservice if we did not pull a Machamp in one of these 2 packs. So here we go. We have ourselves a Weedle with the Kanto vibes. That is Yukimori, Marie's favorite artist. We got Kakuna Matata, Potion, Vulpix, Energy, put in the filing cabinet, Liepard, Sharpedo, Machoke. Now wait a minute. We might be onto something. And Scrafty for the rare. I was really hoping for that Machamp.
Going into Vivid Voltage, and the binder is actually yellow, so that works out perfectly. You probably know what the top chase card of this set is, but I will say number 3 might be surprising. In the back, we have all of the Rainbow Rares, full arts, all the gold cards. However, it is not any of those at all. The third spot is going to Amazing Rare Rayquaza. I will say Pokemon Center Lady Full Art was one of my favorite cards from the set because I absolutely love the Pokemon Center Full Art from Flashfire. So that kind of felt like a throwback. But the second biggest chase card of the set is on this page. Unfortunately, it is not Alakazam. It is actually the Full Art Pikachu V. Now, the biggest chase card from the set was the biggest chase card when this set was released. And all these years later, it still remains the biggest chase card. It has not changed. It is none other than the Rainbow Rare Pikachu VMAX.
You know, it's wild to think that Vivid Voltage was the first set of the Sword and Shield era to truly introduce the first big chase card of the generation, the Rainbow Rare Pikachu VMAX. Up until this point, there was little chases. This was the first big chase, was that rainbow rare Pikachu VMAX. And I remember Marie pulled it on her birthday, so that was kind of wild. That video's up here on the channel, but that was kind of wild for Marie to actually pull it on her birthday. We got Dedenne right there, Yukimori artwork once again, Mightyena, Pincurchin, and a holo rare Lugia. You gotta remember, back in the Sword and Shield era, basically prior to Scarlet and Violet, a holo rare was a hit, so do not forget that. And then we got Pikachu on the pack artwork there. Now we're spoiled, and you're basically guaranteed a holo rare or better in every single booster pack, which is kind of wild to think that. I mean, I grew up, I know Grandpa RealBreakingNate. All right, John, go ahead and put the beard on me. Make it all black and white. I get it. Ha ha ha. Grandpa RealBreakingNate. Sit down while Grandpa RealBreakingNate tells you a story. Back in my day, a holo rare was a hit. All right? I need all those millennials out there to let me know down in the comment section. You feel old with me, right? You feel old at this point. Fly away, bird. We got Energy, Shuckle. You don't know how easy you have it now. Diancie, hey, and a Togekiss V, ultra rare. Goodness, I know I'm old, all right? You don't got to tell everybody. You don't have to make this a big parade of making fun of me. It kind of hurts my feelings.
Next set is going to a set that was kind of a surprise when they announced it, Shining Fates, because we never thought we would get another shiny set after Hidden Fates, but here we were, the second shiny set ever, Shining Fates. Now, much like Paldean Fates, this set had a ton of baby shinies and was very difficult to complete. As you can see right here, just exactly, boo, Ducklet. See exactly how many there were. Now, the third biggest chase card from the set is actually a baby shiny. Kind of surprising, but it goes to this one right over here. It is none other than the baby shiny of Suicune. Now, for the second biggest chase card, we actually have to go this way, out of the shiny vault part and into the full art trainers, because the second biggest chase card from the set is the full art Skyla. Now, I think a lot of you can probably guess what is going to be the biggest chase card of the set. I don't think it's any surprise. It is the shiny Charizard VMAX. I don't know how many times we've seen Charizard on this list so far.
The Charizard love does not stop when it comes to Pokemon cards. However, I will say, and I am going to stand on this podium and I'm going to say this, and I don't think I'm wrong about it, all right? You can disagree with me if you want. Umbreon is the new Charizard, all right? If you're a millennial like me, you grew up pretty much all the way up into the Scarlet and Violet era. Well, no, I guess I should say up until the Sword and Shield era, to where Charizard was always like top dog, all right? It was the big one. But Evolving Skies came along and it introduced us to the Moonbreon. And there is where I think the Moonbreon or Umbreon took over in popularity over Charizard. I would go on record to say that I think Umbreon is more popular now as a Pokemon and as a card, more popular than Charizard. And I know those are some big mighty words to say here in public in front of everybody, but I think it's true. I think it's true. Energy put in the filing cabinet. Thwacky. Oh, we got a hit. Going into shiny, almost said full art. Well, technically full art. Full art shiny Toxtricity V and a Thweevil stole our rare. We're actually getting a good amount of hits for just opening up 2 packs from every single set. Whoop! Almost a booster box. 17 sets total being opened up in today's Pokemon opening. We got Charizard as the pack artwork on this one. Remember, Suicune or Skyla are also the big chase cards that we are looking to pull from this pack. We got Rowlet, which is, it's an owl. An owl is a bird, right? Mammal. Fly away, bird, fly away. We got Shuckle in the background right there. Spinarak, Snom, Grookey, Energy put in the filing cabinet. Luxio, Rusted Sword. Woo, shiny, more Pico, more Pecco. And a Arilla goes boom. If you're going to pull a shiny, you want it to be the shiny Morpeko. That's a good one. Whoop.
The next set, it kind of gets picked on a lot, but the set is kind of, it kind of holds a special spot in history because it reintroduced alternate arts into the Pokemon TCG. None other than Battle Styles. You know, looking back, I don't think Battle Styles deserved to be picked on as much as it did, but it did come right after Shining Fate, so it had a lot to hold up to. Now, the third biggest card from this set, the chase is going to Empoleon V alternate art, which honestly, I don't feel like it should be at the number 3 spot. It should be probably number 2. But speaking of the number 2 spot, going back a little bit further in the binder, right over here, a newer Pokemon going to Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. I mean, it is really, really good. I might have to take back saying Empoleon should be number 2. I do think this Rapid Strike Urshifu does deserve that spot now that I look at it. Now for the top chase card of the set. I mean, Shiny Houndoom. How did that not even make the list? I mean, there's so many good ones inside of this set, but the top chase card from Battle Styles, the number 1 spot, goes to alternate art Tyranitar V. A little sleepy after that buffet of food there. Poor Pig Knight.
Listen, we all made fun of Battle Styles, all right? And we want to apologize to Battle Styles all these years later. We shouldn't have done it, all right? We were all in the wrong. We can admit that. I'm sorry, Battle Styles. You're actually a good set. You introduced a new mechanic. You brought alternate arts back into the TCG. You gave us sleeping Tyranitar with an angry Pig Knight. I mean, what's not to love about you? But we made fun of you, all right? And we shouldn't have done that only because you came right after Shining Fates, and that was such a big set. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you see that sparkle? Do you see that sparkle? Look at that right there. There's some sparkle going on right there. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Energy put in the filing cabinet. Seadra. Honchkrow. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Going into gold. We got gold breaking, family. Single strike energy. Woo! All right. That is an awesome pull right there. Nice. All right. Round of applause. See, this is what I'm saying. Battle Styles, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have made fun of you. That deserves a Lapras around the room. Woo! All right. All right. Rude side up. Thank you so much for being here. I'm not going to give you a pat on the head. Last time you bit me. Nice side up. Thank you so much for being here as well. And Slowpoke, we are looking at the Sword and Shield era, not Diamond and Pearl. No, that is not the newest generation. It's actually Scarlet and Violet. No, we're taking a look back. Kind of some nostalgia. We're looking back. It's not the newest generation. Just take a nap. Just take a nap. You're fine. Here we go. Whoop! Right there in the VIP section. I mean, we're doing good on pulls. Look at this. 2 packs from every single set, and not the Diamond and Pearl sets. It is Sword and Shield. I don't understand why you're so confused. I just don't get it. All right, let's go into the second pack right here. Just disregard Slowpoke. He's having a day, all right? He's having a day. Here we go. We have ourselves a Cherubi, Pachirisu, Spearow, Fly Away Bird, Fly Away, Riverade, Energy put in the filing cabinet. Going into Indeedee. I haven't said that name in a long time. Girder. And a Tyranitar V. It's not the Tyranitar we're looking for. Not the biggest chase card from the set. However, whoop, still a Tyranitar. Going into the next set. And this set, I will say, probably started off the whole trend of giving sets nicknames for how bad the pulls are. If you haven't guessed by now, and the color kind of goes with it, it is none other than Chilling Pain. That's right, Chilling Rain, Chilling Pain. Same difference. Now, my favorite card from the set is this Galarian Slowking V alternate art. Look at a closer look at that. It's done by my favorite artist, Tomokazu Kamiya, but unfortunately, it did not make the list. The number 3 chase card of the set is actually going to a gold card. It is none other than a Kanto favorite, Gold Snorlax. It's a shiny Snorlax, technically. The number 2 spot is going to an alternate art, but which alternate art is it going to? It's actually all the way back here on one of these 2 pages. I mean, this is also the set
that gave us the Galarian Rapidash V alternate art. Absolutely beautiful. Might be the only time we ever get an alternate art of Galarian Rapidash V, but however, that is not in the second spot. It goes to none other than the Galarian Moltres V. Now, the top chase card from the set is the top chase card when the set came out. So all these years later, it still remains the biggest card from the set, and it looks like it's not going to go down any time in the list. It's not going to be number 2. It's not going to be number 3. It's probably going to stay number 1 forever. Blaziken VMAX alternate art.
Oh, the pain! The pain! The chilling pain! Blaziken VMAX, biggest card from the set. And I never pulled it. I had to also buy this card as a single. It wasn't as expensive as it is now, so I definitely didn't overpay, but I still had to buy it as a single. I was never able to pull it, and I think it might be the only alternate art that I never pulled from this set. We got Marie, Ralts, Cast Form, Energy put in the filing cabinet, Crushing Gloves, Tauros. I understand it's your favorite Pokemon. That doesn't mean every time I pull it, you automatically just get the card. Now, if I give you the card, will you be quiet the rest of the video? All right, promise? All right, I'm trusting you. And a Blissey V as our pull. Remember, you promised, our word is our bond, all right? Here we go. Going into, oh, I gotta sleeve up our Blissey V, which also had an alternate art in the set. Whoop! Right there in the VIP section. Okay, another Chilling Pain booster pack. You're also getting some code cards today. If you enjoy a good code card, you enjoy some nice positive vibes, some laughs, maybe even at my expense. Rare. Going on adventures. Hit that subscribe button, become part of the Breaking family. Nice positive community we got going on here where we always leave the negativity, energy at the door. That's right, there's enough negativity in the world. Why do we want to add more to it? We don't. Let's just hang out, enjoy each other's company. We're all here to enjoy some Pokemon. Always encourage you to be yourself while you're here. Don't ever be like anybody else. Always be you. There's only one of you in this entire world, and there'll never be another person like you. So be yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else. You're awesome just the way you are.
Continuing to open up every pack from the Sword and Shield era, it is the biggest set released in this entire era. Still one of the most popular sets to this day, and I think you all know what it is. It is Evolving Skies. Or should I say Evolving Cries. Now the number 3 spot from Evolving Skies' third biggest chase card actually goes to the very first ever alternate art that I pulled from Evolving Skies. It is none other than alternate art Dragonite V. Now the number 2 spot honestly kind of holds a little bit of a special place in my heart because I have pulled about 3 of these, and one of them was from a Dollar General 10. It is none other than the alternate art Rayquaza VMAX. I mean, do we even need to reveal what the number 1 spot is going to be? I mean, this set has so much good artwork, and it's understandable why this is the biggest set of the entire Sword and Shield era. But, of course, none other than Umbreon VMAX. I actually never pulled this card. I had to buy this as a single, and at the time, I thought I was overpaying for this card. Little did I know, I was nowhere near close to overpaying for this card.
I came prepared. That's all I'm going to say. I came prepared. Right over here, I do have my tissue, all right? So I'm going to keep it right here by my side, Evolving Cry. So if we don't get a pull, I will use the tissue, all right? Going into Rayquaza. It is wild to see the popularity of Evolving Skies continue to grow and for some reason not slow down at all. It's a fun set to open up, but it is a very hard set to pull anything from. Anything. I mean, look at this, all right? We've pretty much gotten a pull almost from every single set that we've opened up. I almost guarantee you, we will not get a pull from either of these packs. We got Slackoth, Flabébé, Carvanha, Dwebble, Energy, Dweeble, Fletchlander, Flyway Bird, Flyway, Lantern, my turn, Avalugg, Ugh, Zygarde Hollow Rare. It is a hit. Remember, Grandpa RealBreakingNate says that is a hit. I'm getting a little misty-eyed already. Umbreon pack artwork. Evolving Skies opening. Okay, here we go. There's the code card right there. Now remember, there's probably not going to be a pull in this one either. So we have ourselves a Marie. We are not reaping any rewards from these two packs. We got Drowsy, Phoebus, Hitmonchan, Energy for the filing cabinet, Bravery, Flyaway. Why is that upside down? See, already it's confusing us. Let's turn it this way. Is this card going to be upside down? It is. And going to... Every time. I don't understand how it's this Pokemon every time I open up an Evolving Skies pack.
The next set goes into a celebration of the Pokemon TCG. It is none other than... Well, it's celebrations. It was the 25th anniversary. This was the set to celebrate it. Now, this also was a very small set. These are promos over here that kind of go with the set. So they're actually technically not part of it. But you can see that most of the cards we're going to talk about falls within these 2 pages right here. Except for the number 3 spot. That actually goes back one more page. It is the Shiny Mew. The gold Shiny Mew. Now, if you've ever wondered why they picked out these certain cards, it's because these were all staples, competitive cards in decks back in the day. So the number 2 spot is going to the Gold Star Umbreon, which is actually kind of neat because the original Gold Star Umbreon is not a foil. And then everybody's favorite fire-breathing lizard, it's none other than the base set Charizard, but a reprint of the base set.
Now, I know we just came from Evolving Skies, no hit. Just like I said there was going to be, there'll be a hit in this one. We'll go back to the hits now. That's what's going to happen. Celebrations, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Pokemon TCG. I also have that nice little plaque right back there that was gifted to me by the Pokemon Company International that year. It has my name at the bottom of it and everything. It has all the classic collection cards on it. It's still one of the coolest gifts that I've ever gotten from the Pokemon Company, and that's why it's on the wall. I absolutely cherish that. I love that it has my name on it. It made me feel so special. Groudon, Lugia, Reshiram, and a Pikachu. And the code card right there. Let's go ahead and sleeve up our Pikachu. I feel like a lot of people are starting to look back on celebrations now. Whoop! And wanting to open some up with the 30th anniversary coming up next year in 2026. A lot of people love nostalgia, and that was the closest anniversary, so a lot of people wanting to open up some of those packs now. Here we go. Going into the next one, we got Dialga, Lugia. What is this? What language is this in? Wait, they're not all like that, right? Wait, how did I get a pack in a different language? I have no idea where this came from. I literally opened up a box, a collection box to get these packs out. That's so wild. This must have accidentally got put in the box. It's not the first time I've heard of that happening. It's the first time it's happened to me, though. Oh, wow. I saw that was not Dark Gyarados, and that's what threw me off. I didn't even notice because all the other names are exactly the same. That is wild. Okay, that's too funny. Hey, there we go. Pikachu V right there, and the code card as well. That is too funny. I didn't even notice that. Had a nice little error in the box. If I would have known that, I probably would have kept the box sealed at that point. Whoop! Right there in the VIP section. That's too funny. At this point in the Sword and Shield era, the TCG is on fire. All these sets they have been releasing have been bangers, bangers after bangers. And it did not stop with the release of Fusion Strike. Once again, another set filled with alternate arts that have such amazing artwork. And of course, there's some really notable ones from this set as well. But the number 3 spot, the third biggest chase card from the set, goes to none other
then right here, alternate art Mew VMAX. Going into the second biggest chase card of the set, and just reminiscing really quick that Celebi V right here, that was the first alternate art that I pulled from Fusion Strike. But I will say the second place is right here on this page, and weirdly enough, third, second, and first are very close to one another. Espeon VMAX going to the second spot. It's so weird because we have the third biggest chase card, the second biggest one, and then the first biggest one going to Gengar VMAX alternate art, and this was the biggest card from the set when it was released, and it still is to this day.
Fusion Strike is up next. I actually really like this set. Honestly, one of my top 3 favorites from the entire Sword and Shield era going to Fusion Strike. It was a little weird. They didn't put Espeon VMAX inside of Evolving Skies, and they saved it for Fusion Strike. Not that they needed help with this set. The set was good enough without the Espeon VMAX, so a little weird in my opinion. We got Klefki going into Energy, put in the filing cabinet. Sliggoo! Another hit. I'm telling you, see? It's Evolving Skies every single time. And a Rillaboom V as our hit. Let's go ahead and sleeve it up. Whoop. Right there in the VIP section. Remember, we're looking for Gengar, the biggest chase card from the set. And then, of course, Espeon as well. All right, here we go. And then after this, we are going into Brilliant Stars is up next. It's kind of wild to think that we're already on the last year of the Sword and Shield era. We got Snorlax, Snom, Dreepy, Makuhita, Energy put in the filing cabinet, Spongy Gloves, Corvusquire, Fly away, Corvusquire, Snom, and a Huntail.
Now, the next set saw the release of the very first ever trainer gallery in the Pokemon TCG, and once again, a very certain Pokemon returned. We're talking Brilliant Stars. As I mentioned, this was the very first set to have a trainer gallery, and there is a trainer gallery on this list. The third biggest chase card from the set is going to none other than alternate art Arceus V. Now, the second biggest chase card is not one of the gold Galarian birds. It's actually in the trainer gallery. I mean, we have Sylveon, we have Mimikyu. I mean, the Mimikyu watching the TV, honestly, such an iconic card. However, it is going to what I would like to refer to as the new generation's Charizard. We're talking Umbreon VMAX. However, when it comes to the #1 chase card of the set, unfortunately, Umbreon can just not beat out a alternate art Charizard V. Charizard still wins. I mean, me personally, I will say, I think Charizard's a little overrated. Wouldn't you agree, Charizard?
If we pull an alternate art from Brilliant Stars, I almost feel like it's guaranteed to be the Honchkrow V. I don't know how many times I pulled the Honchkrow V. I'm not upset. I love that artwork. I just feel like every time it is the Honchkrow V. So do the card trick again. So weird to do the card trick. I'm almost close to forgetting every single time we open up a pack of Pokemon cards. Fly away, bird, fly away. Going into Clefairy, Superstar, Executor. Going into a double Executor. And a Worm for the rare in that one. Charizard on this pack artwork. Do we have a Honchkrow inside of this one is the question. All right, we have ourselves a Golett. I see something peeking out already. Chimchar. Going into a Baltoy. Energy, if it is a Honchkrow, the video is over. I'm done at this point. Gloria. Ultra Ball. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Arceus V. Alternate art. Woo! We pulled a chase card, breaking family. We pulled a chase card going into the Arceus V. That's what I'm talking about right there. Woo! All right. All right. There we go. I'm pumped. I'm pumped right now. Woo! That is beautiful. Look at that right there. Arceus V. Alternate art. We pulled the third, right? Third biggest chase card.
12 seconds later.
We pulled the third biggest chase card from the set. Nice. I was not expecting that. I really thought it was going to be a Honchkrow. I'm not going to lie. I really thought it was going to be a Honchkrow. Whoop. Right up there in the VIP section. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Brilliant Stars treating us good. I mean, can we keep the momentum going?
Next set in our Sword and Shield countdown goes to none other than Astral Radiance. Now, much like Brilliant Stars, we do continue with the trend of having a trainer gallery inside of this set, and one of these trainer gallery cards did make the list. Coming in at the number 3 spot is the alternate art Origin Form Palkia V. And then now we go to the trainer gallery. Some of you might know what the number 2 spot is going to be, but it is this one right here, Trainer Gallery Starmie V. And then the biggest chase card from Astral Radiance goes to none other than alternate art Machamp V. Finally, Machamp gets its redemption after being made fun of in Machampion's past.
And when it comes to the top 3 chase cards inside of the set, I pulled the Palkia, I pulled the Starmie, never pulled the Machamp though. Had to trade for that one as well. So here we go. Let's see what is inside of here. Can we pull another big chase from Astral Radiance? We got Chatot, Magnemite, Teddy Ursa with the Build-A-Bear situation, Hisuian Sneasel, looking a little angry, looking like he's wanting to throw some punches. Going into Energy, Mega. Granados, Abomasnow, okay, Trainer Gallery, goodness, and a Mamoswine for the rare. First Trainer Gallery pull? Yeah, first Trainer Gallery pull of today's Pokemon card opening. Whoop. Right up there in the VIP section. All right, second pack of Astral Radiance. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 on this set right here. Card Trick and maybe another Trainer Gallery? We have ourselves Togepi. Togepi always goes in the backpack. Flyway, Magnemite, Build-A-Bear, Energy, put it in the filing cabinet. Ursaring, Featherball, Bergmite, and a Vespiquen. That does not look like a Machamp.
Only 4 sets left of the entire Sword and Shield era, and it goes to a special set, a set that we never thought we would ever see released, Pokemon Go. I will say I do feel this set is very underrated. It is so unique because Pokemon Go, literally one of the biggest Pokemon video games of all time, and it has a crossover with the TCG. This peelable Ditto Bidoof right here, that is my favorite card from the set. It's also Tomokazu Kamiya artwork, so that's why it's my favorite. But I gotta go with the peelable one over the regular one because of, obvious reasons. The third biggest chase card inside of this set is going to Rainbow Rare Dragonite V-Star. And then the second biggest chase of the set, it's not a big set, it is the Rainbow Rare Mewtwo V-Star. There's only 2 alternate arts inside of this set, and obviously, the number 1 chase card of the set is going to be Mewtwo V.
I'm telling you, it's all about the Bidoof Ditto inside of this set. My favorite card from the set. Tomokazu Kamiya, my favorite artist of all time. I gotta give you an update on my Tomokazu Kamiya binder. I think the last time I showed it off on the channel was 2023, right before Yokohama World. So I think it's definitely time for an update. I do have every Tomokazu Kamiya card, so that's why I have that binder over there. We got Alolan Eradicate, Numel, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Energy. It was so weird because for years prior to this set, we saw so many fake Pokemon Go cards. If you remember watching YouTube around that time, Sun and Moon era, XY era, you remember so many fake Pokemon Go card openings, just so many, you go to League and you see fake Pokemon Go cards, and so all those years passed by, and then we actually got real Pokemon Go cards, real official Pokemon Go cards, so it's still kind of funny thinking back on that, because those fake Pokemon Go cards were just wild. They were running wild Pikachu, Wimpod. I feel like everybody had one. Everybody opened up a pack at one point. Energy, we got Pupitar, Charmeleon. Looks like no Ditto this time around. Hey, Dragonite V-Star. Dragonite V-Star Rainbow Rare. One of the chases from the set. Full art is not the chase, but still awesome to pull a Dragonite V-Star. Whoop. Oh, that was weak. That was weak. I'm sorry. I apologize on that one. Whoop. Right up there in the VIP section.
Going into the next set, we have none other, oh, this one's a heavy one, Lost Origin. Now, Lost Origin gave us a lot of awesome alternate arts as well, like this Aerodactyl V, but the number 3 spot inside of this set, I mean, there is a trainer gallery inside of the set as well. Third biggest chase card is it's not Charizard. It's none other than the mascot of the entire franchise, Trainer Gallery Pikachu V. And then going into the number 2 spot, it's actually not a gold. It's not a rainbow rare. It is a card I mentioned earlier. It is this alternate art, Aerodactyl V, and rightfully so. I mean, that is an awesome alternate art. And then I think we all know what the biggest chase card of the set is. The number 1 spot is none other than Giratina V alternate art. The same artist that did the illustration rare Magikarp from Paldea Evolved.
I feel like the Giratina and the Magikarp go hand in hand. They, honestly, I mean, same artist, obviously, but the Giratina was so popular that it only made sense that the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved was going to be just as popular. So I feel like if you were building a binder, those two cards would have to go side by side. We got Wurmple, still looking for a shiny Wurmple in Pokemon Go. I did play that Pokemon Go event over the past weekend. Energy with Psyduck, right? Psyduck in the inner tube. It was kind of like the Pokemon Concierge crossover with Pokemon Go. And it took me over 100 Psyducks to finally find a shiny Psyduck with the inner tube. And there was only an hour and a half left of the event after, you know, Marie is on shiny Psyduck number 3 over there. And all my other friends have shiny Psyducks. And I'm sitting all alone in the cold with no shiny Psyduck. So it was heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie. Never got one of the capture cards, but finally, luckily caught the shiny, so I was very grateful for that. Energy, right on, Thornton, Bronzor, Aerodactyl V-Star. Of course, Aerodactyl V, one of the chases, but we are really pulling a hit out of every single set except for Evolving Skies. Whoop! Right there in the VIP section.
Only 2 sets left, and honestly, I'm kind of sad that it is almost over. This is the last regular set of the Sword and Shield era. Will end on a special set, but this one is Silver Tempest. Much like the other sets, we have alternate arts inside of this one. We even have a trainer gallery. The last time that we would get a trainer gallery in the Sword and Shield era. The third biggest chase card of Silver Tempest is actually a rainbow rare. It is Rainbow Rare Lugia V-Star. The number 2 spot goes to a trainer gallery card. And no, for all of you asking, it is not the Corviknight V, even though I feel like Corviknight deserves a spot on some list somewhere. It is none other than the trainer gallery Rayquaza. We've seen this Pokemon on the list quite a bit. And then the biggest card from Silver Tempest, which is the biggest card when it was released. It's still the biggest card to this day. We all know what it is. It is the alternate art Lugia V.
Whenever I see Silver Tempest, the first thing I always think of is those kind of like God packs. They had to be like errors from the factory, but those God packs that were kind of going around. We saw them from the tins. People would find like bundles of them, you know, single packs at Walmart, and every single one of them would have a hit. It was kind of a crazy time, and it was never explained what happened, but it was just assumed some sort of factory error. But people were pulling alternate art Lugia Vs left and right. I don't know if I ever found any of those true God packs of Silver Tempest. I know I definitely never pulled a Lugia V from one. We got Spinarak, Solosis, Energy, going into Matang, Sunflora, and a Noivern. All right, Lugia, the card is never in the pack artwork, right? That's kind of the rule that I feel like I live by, that if you're trying to pull whatever's on the pack artwork, it's just not going to be inside. So, all right, here we go. We have ourselves Relicanth, Alucha, one more set after this. One more. Rufflet, we got Vulpix, Drowsy, Energy put in the filing cabinet, Meowstic, Gym Trainer, and Amoonguss.
Breaking family, I am sad that we are at the very end of the list, but we got to spend an amazing time together today, and we are ending on a special set, the very last set of the Sword and Shield era, going to none other than Crown Zenith. And if you opened up this set when it was released, or maybe you opened up some recently, you bought at a card show maybe, you know the pull rates from the set are kind of bonkers. And there is a ton, I mean a ton of amazing cards from this set. 4 different gold cards right there. And I will say, the third biggest chase card of this entire set is going to the gold Arceus V right here. I mean, that's a stunning card. Now, the interesting thing about the number 2 spot is that this was actually the biggest chase card from the set when the set was released. It is none other than gold Giratina V-Star. Now, the biggest chase card from Crown Zenith, it's kind of funny because it dethroned Giratina as the biggest chase card. I mean, me personally, that Simisear V-Star is my favorite from the set. However, the number 1 chase card of Crown Zenith is Mewtwo V-Star. I mean, can you blame everybody for wanting this card? Charizard in the background. I mean, Mewtwo versus Charizard literally happening on a Pokemon card.
I feel like as a community, when we talk about good pulls, we always say, I want Crown Zenith-like pulls. It was a set that would just felt like nonstop pulls, honestly. So we're going to open up 2 packs of Crown Zenith, and then we're actually going to end on this mystery pack. Why? Because we're having such good luck, so many pulls right here, that the good luck has to continue over into a mystery pack where there could potentially be a chase pack. We're looking for chase cards, so that only makes sense, right? So we'll open up what's inside of there. All right, here we go. Crown Zenith pack number 1. Mewtwo V-Star, that would be kind of wild. I never pulled one of those, had to trade for the Mewtwo V-Star. We have a Wailmer, Shinx, Corphish, going into a Seal, Energy put in the filing cabinet, Dusclops, Trekking Shoes, as in Star Trekking Shoes, and a Charizard V. There's Crown Zenith holding up to its name and reputation. Whoop! Charizard right up there in the VIP section. Star Trek, Voyager, Janeway, my favorite captain. I know Jean-Luc Picard is so good. It's so good, right? He's so good. But Janeway is so amazing. I mean, Janeway did not take anything from anybody, all right? Janeway is just honestly the best captain, all right? You can argue with me. It's fine. I feel what I feel, and I feel that Janeway, Captain Catherine Janeway, best captain of all time. So, we got Starly, fly away. I do love Star Trek. I like Star Trek more than I like Star Wars. When I was a kid, I loved Star Wars better, and then as I grew up, I learned that Star Trek was better. I know those are fighting words. I know, I'm sorry. Star Trekking Shoes again. Execute. And a Kyogre V. This is what I'm talking about. Crown Zenith never disappoints. Whoop. Now, before we go into the mystery pack, let's kind of take a look back on everything that we ended up pulling. I mean, look at this. Look at everything right here. We had a lot of pulls in today's Pokemon card opening. Kyogre V, Charizard, Aerodactyl V-Star, Dragonite V-Star, Abomasnow, Arceus V. Are you kidding me right now? Alternate Art Arceus V. We pulled a chase card. Rillaboom V, Tyranitar V. We got Pikachu V, Pikachu Blissey. We got Gold as well. More Pico, more Peko, Toxtricity, Togekiss, Dreadnought, and a Sableye. So overall, good set. I would say my top 3 pulls my personal top 3 pulls of today's video is going to go to Arceus number 1. I do like the gold, I'm not going to lie. Gold number 2, and then number 3, I am going to make it, you know what, I like this more Pico, more Peko. That's going to be my number 3. So, my top 3 favorite pulls of today's Pokemon card opening. 1, 2, and 3 right there. So, alright, here we go. 1 booster pack, 1 foil card, and 1 code card. Look for chase packs seeded 1 out of 10. Are we going to pull one? Probably not, but I like to think the universe is speaking to us right now, and the luck is going to push its way through the mystery pack, and we're going to get a chase pack, and there's going to be a hit inside of that chase pack. That, I thought the thing was, we made an agreement that you were going to be quiet the entire time and not say anything else. You got the Tauros, and then now you say, hey, I kind of hope that you don't pull anything because you think it'd be funny. See, it hurts my feelings when you say that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you backing me up on this one. You're always so kind. Always so kind. All right. Well, I'm never getting you a Tauros again. All right. You broke your promise. All right. The pack is going to Scarlet and Violet. Well, you got your wish, my friend. You got your wish. Brock's Training is the foil, and the code card is going to a Paldea Adventure chest. All right. Scarlet and Violet base is what we're ending on. Here we go. Still got a good hit from this. We got Potion, Buizel, Lechonk, Sandaconda, Katie, Staraptor, fly away, bird, fly away. Quackle Evolve. In Breaking Family, we are ending on... Can I get a drum roll, please? Thank you. In Breaking Family, we are ending on... Oh, Clauncher and Cyclizar, you did not ruin the party! Ha! Breaking Family, that's it for today's Pokemon video. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Check out the rest of the videos right over there. We'll see you all in the next video. And don't forget, I love every single one of you all around the world. Do it with me now. Peace, love, and a high five.